Well, hello everyone, and welcome to a brand new episode of the Anime Dudes Dads podcast. We are having a wonderful day today because it is sunny where I am and it is raining where he is. Who is he, you might ask? Well, it's not John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt, like what you probably thought. It is not Son Goku. I know this is the Anime Dudes and Dads podcast and he falls into both, but no, it's not him. And I know who a lot of you are thinking, and you're close. It's not Bluey, but you're close. It is.
Da 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 da. And my dad. Have you watched the new Bluey episode?
No, I haven't, dude. I'm so behind.
That's
I I
okay.
I, I want to though. It looks really good. I'm surprised we haven't put it on. Yeah, our for those that don't know, our dog loves Bluey. Absolutely. Like when we leave, I put it on for him all the time, and he's just like, "Oh, yay, Bluey!" And then for the because also for those that don't know, Bluey is color coded so that dogs can see it.
Yeah, very smart, very well done. The new episode is 21 minutes, and then the final episode so far is 7 again. But it's real cool and real special, and it's an anime of sorts. It's animation. So is that the rain still? My goodness, that rain is intense here, intense. And luckily we're not sleeping in the tent right now, otherwise we'd be pretty wet.
I was literally gonna say, so it's only intense? Like, well then, dude, just step outside. You'll be fine.
All right, let's get to our improv questions. And I'll start with you. Let's pretend one day you walk out of a tent and it's raining cats and dogs. You know, this is a catastrophic emergency. It's terrifying because these cats and dogs can't. How are they going to land? What's your plan? What's your first? What do you do?
Well, the first thing I would do is, of course, try and save the dogs, because you know the old saying, cats always land on their feet. So which mostly is true. So I would try and save the dogs, and the cats would, for the most part, would be fine. Um, but I need to think of something quick. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clap my hands together. I'm gonna touch the ground, and I am going to form a massive bowl to catch all of them in using the power of alchemy.
Yeah, that's an option. You could also be an earth mover or earth bender,
Mm?
and
Mm-hmm.
do the same thing. So I think alchemy is cooler, but earth bending works as well. What is your first question for me?
So while we're talking about the four elements, what element in the Avatar universe do you think you would be able to bend if you were in the Avatar universe?
Well, I actually am in the Avatar universe. Have I not mentioned that before?
No, because I'm not.
Yeah, well, this particular Zoom interface can talk from universe to universe. I'm not sure if you're aware, but that's okay.
Mm.
Ignorance is bliss. But I do have the capability to be a um a airbender because I'm not sure. I've been called the greatest airbender there ever was. Because when I fart, I clear out a room, and Obi-Wan Kenobi, what's up? No, that's not the truth. I'm an earthbender, and I enjoy bending the earth, and that's what I like. What would you be? Can I guess?
You can guess, absolutely.
You'd either be the Avatar himself, or a waterbender, because you love water so much.
It is, yeah. I feel like I'd be a waterbender. You're right. I enjoy water. Water's where I find my calm, serenity. It's just very peaceful. I love being around water. Either that, or I would be a firebender that specializes in thunder, and I would make that as thick of thunder as I could possibly manage.
Yes, yes. Ah, all right. Take that off the list of the anime doodads. What's it called? Bingo.
The checklist box?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
the bingo. How long does it take them to bring up thick thunder?
Thick Thunder. Yeah, Thick Thunder's ticked.
We should do an episode where it's just nothing but the Anime Dudes Dads podcast where bingo where everyone just writes down different things that they think that we're gonna say, and we will say them in random orders.
I like that. That's a really good idea. All right, my second question for you. Um, Now, how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? It's a tough question, trick question. What is it?
Well, it depends on how many seashells she's selling by the seashore, because you see, it's directly related to the amount of wood. If there's no seashells, then that means that all of the beavers gave up on wood and started eating seashells. So, which means that there's not going to be a bunch of woodchucks there either. So, it really depends on that. I don't know if you're aware of that, but as someone who studied biology and the Earth, ecosystems, I feel like I am an expert on the subject.
I would agree, and obviously they are married. So if the woodchuck and the seashell have a good day, everyone's happy, I suppose. What is
Hmm.
your second question for me?
My second question is, you um, are traveling through an interdimensional portal, and you get stuck in a space between dimensions. And so basically, what happens is two animes, their worlds merge into one. And so things are very, very bizarre because you have anime characters dressed like other anime characters with a weird mixture of powers. What would be the funniest combination between two anime worlds to collide?
One Piece and Dragon Ball Z and Buggy the Clown combined with Vegeta. Vegeta in clown clothing and with a menacing, weird attitude would be very, very interesting and compelling. It'd probably be the greatest villain out there. And then Goku mixed with Luffy, there would be no food left on Earth. Um,
No.
it would all be gone.
Don't forget Piccolo mixed with Nami.
That was my last mix, and that would work really well. They're both good at navigation. They both can pickpocket. Piccolo does his stretchy arm and can pickpocket people from long distances.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
And Chaozu and Chopper.
Chaozu and Chopper would be a cute combination. All right, my third and final question for you. Anime, we all know, is a juxtaposition for animation or photosynthesis. But what if you had to write a definition of anime in the dictionary today? They said, listen, Bjorvio, we're changing the definition of anime. It can be whatever you want it to be, but it needs to be accurate and true, but also powerful and strong. What would the definition be? It needs to be one sentence.
Should um should not have read the manga if you wanted to avoid emotional damage.
Good job. All right, what's your final question for me?
Okay. So, here's a good one. What anime do you think deserves to have either a movie or an additional movie made?
Oh, it definitely has to be Dragon Ball Super. I'm looking forward to a new one coming up. Another option would be Attack on Titan needs a live action that actually works.
I don't know how you would get that to work.
Have you seen the live action of Attack on Titan?
There's a live action Attack on Titan. Are you serious? That just sounds like
Yes.
a disaster waiting to happen.
I watched 5 minutes and I stopped. It's
Oh no.
it's all in Japanese, I believe. And it's like obviously Japanese people and but it just it didn't seem realistic, okay? So I watched 5 minutes and I stopped. I saw it on Crunchyroll, I believe. But yeah, I wouldn't
Oh
recommend it.
no. No, no. There's no way I would watch that unless somebody was paying me. Like, I can't see Attack on Titan translating well into live action. Like, you'd have to go out of your way for a long time to make that good. Like, of all the animes I can think of that I would never want to see in live action, Attack on Titan's pretty low on that list. I do not want to see Attack on Titan in live action.
I agree.
I
The
would much
Titans.
rather see JJK in live action than Attack on Titan any day.
Yep, Spy Family would work well. Attack on live action.
Yes.
Um,
Spy Family would. I wouldn't mind seeing Assassination Classroom live action. I feel like that one could work.
yeah, as long as they get Kuro Sensei right, you're right. It could work,
Yeah.
and I could
You know
see.
what they should do? They should make a live action Dragon Ball Z movie.
Yes, yeah, and it
Because
could
they've
be.
never made one before, have they?
No, no, it could be called. What could be named?
Well, you see, there needs to be a movie that between Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball
Hmm.
Z, kind of like
Hmm.
a evolution between Ball and Z, you know?
That is smart. Dragon Ball Evolution. Oh my goodness, bro, we need to take this to Crunchyroll. I think they'll bite and go for it, and
Mm-hmm.
we just need to make Piccolo look really strange and the powers be
Don't forget, we
weird.
need to make the Kamehameha a wind attack.
That's such a horrible. It actually chills me to the core that they did that. That is
That
terrible.
was the only movie to this day I have seen by myself, and that is the only reason why I've refused to see another movie by myself is because it that if look, the only movie I've ever seen by myself was Dragon Ball Evolution. It was horrible. It was one to this day one of the worst movies I've ever seen. So with that track record, why would I go see a movie by myself?
Never. Don't do it. Don't do it. I won't do it either, Bjorvio. Even if you're alone one day and you want to go to the movies, video call me. I'll sit there and watch it with you over the video call, okay?
Thanks, man. You're the best.
Don't you worry. And then when we have AI, hands, I can still hold your hand in the movie theater. Um,
Just don't steal my raisinets.
all right. Well, let's move on to the main part of our conversation this fine day.
Yes.
Um, and we did a poll on
Mm-hmm.
InstaFace. And what did the poll say?
So, we did a poll between which of a choice of four animes, Jujutsu, Demon Slayer, My Hero, and Spy Family. Which one do you want us to rank their openers, and do you want us to do it from best to worst? And we had a tie
Hmm.
between Jujutsu Kaisen and I almost said Dragon Ball Z. That was not one of the ones on there. My Hero Academia. And the order was to do from the best to the worst. So what we're gonna do is this week we're gonna cover JJK,
Hmm.
and next week we have the monumentous task of doing what all 11 My Hero Academia openers from best to worst.
Yeah, that's going to be tough. That's going to be tough, especially
That's
because
gonna
we
be tough.
can't play any openers because of copyright
Mm-hmm.
infringements. Um, it'll be interesting. So yeah, worst to best. How many JJK openings are they?
There's four JJK. And we're doing yeah, we're gonna start with the best and make our way to the worst.
Mm-hmm. 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 Uh-huh. 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 All right. Well, let's start at our very best. And hopefully we can hear some of your singing voice today, Bjorvio, because you're baritone. Are you baritone or tenor? You be baritone.
Definitely not tenor naturally. No, more so baritone.
Yeah.
At least when I was in choir, I did that, but I also was never trained to sing, so there's that too.
All right, well, I'll start then. My best JJK opener is You Are My Special. Ooh, da, ba. Um, that's because I'm a soprano. You can hear my beautiful falsetto. Um, but yeah, Special is my top. It's really, really good. Good music video itself. Really good music. And um, it just gets me, it gets me moving a little bit, even though it's like a little bit weird and strange. It gets me pumped up at the same time.
Good one. It's a good one, and I'm not gonna lie, it's mine as well.
Yeah, buddy.
I mean, how can it not? Like, it's so stinking good. Like, the openers are just it. I love this the beginning of them kind of like shows the heroes, like the curse users and the what's or the jujutsu sorcerers, and then the on the other side are like the cursed spirits and the, all them just kind of walking, like very, very, very cool. I love that. I love the my favorite part though is towards the end where they got all of the hand signs of all the curse techniques in there. Like that's pretty stinking cool. And that Yuji to Sukuna transition where it's just that little like line of fire, smooth as butter.
Smooth.
And the music, like you said, it's kind of weird at first, but then once you've heard it a few times, you're like, "Ooh, that's banging. That's pretty good." You are my special. Like, let's be real. Most people just wanted us to do this just to talk about, so we would have a chance to talk about "You Are My Special" because it's so stinking good. How could it not be our number one?
It is good. It's our number one. And JJK, even hearing that particular opener gets me motivated to watch JJK once again.
Mm-hmm.
It's that darn good. Um, my second favorite is the first ever opener in JJK. It's called Kataya Kaiten. And that my pronunciation is on point. Um, do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the one that's by the same guys that did My Hero season 6 part 2, right?
Yes, it is. It sets the backdrop of what kind of series it is, and it perfectly described. It's got some intrigue there. It's got um, some slow sequences, some epic ramp ups,
Mm-hmm.
and then some, introduces some characters, and it's a jamming song. It's a jamming song.
It is a very, very good song. Um, I'm not gonna lie. That's not my number two.
Oh, what's your number two?
My number two is the first one of season two.
Hmm.
I don't remember what the name of it. It has something to do with blue, like "Where's Our Blue" or something like that.
Yes,
But I
where
do
our
know that the
blue is.
"Where Our Blue" is. Thank you, thank you. And the one that goes, 今でも青がすねゆ。今でも青はすねゆ. That one.
Mm.
Yeah, that don't ask me to sing anymore. That's the only Japanese I know from that song. Um, but that one's really good because it's one of those like it's kind of sad, but it kind of makes you want to. It's kind of upbeat. But the images of like Gato and Gojo are just incredible. Like them with the dragon and flying through the building, they're both smiling, they're having a good time. Um, it's beautiful, beautiful scenery all throughout. It's just a stunning thing. And then when you look up what the lyrics are, like I don't know, for me it kind of feels like a love letter from Satoru to Gato. And that's kind of sweet. I wish it was
Very.
in more episodes, honestly.
Yeah, very, very sweet. That's my number three actually. And I like the fact that even though it has some really cool um fight scenes, it also it portrays like a lot of friendships between the characters and them getting to know each other a little bit more. So I definitely rank that song. And even though we're ranking, one to four of the music themselves, we all these songs are top tier, I believe, to be honest.
Yeah,
Uh,
JJK has some phenomenal openers.
Obi-Wan agrees. I can see you got like a nice, it looks like ponytail popping up now and again. What's your number four?
Oh yeah, because my number three is the same as or
Number
what is
two.
it? The season, yeah, your number two. It's the same. I mean, I don't know what else to say other than what yours is. It's really good. It's banging. Um, it's a phenomenal, phenomenal song, and I feel kind of bad for the second one of season one of JJK.
Mm,
Okay, because the thing is, it's solid. It's good.
mm-hmm.
It's just surrounded by others like "You Are My Special" that make it to where it's not. it's kind of forgettable almost, but it's not. It's so good. Like you take that one and put it in another anime that doesn't have as solid of openers, it's easily the top one. Like it's really, really good. It's got a great song. Just the animation alone of the bubbles popping. Do you
Hmm.
know how long it must take to animate that and how many people animate that? I don't. I'm glad I don't have to do it. But it's a really solid one. I like the scene at the beginning of Panda kind of beating his chest. I like all the different techniques that we see in it. It's really solid. It's really good. It just has the unfortunate part of being surrounded by so many other banging intros that I feel like a lot of times it gets kind of swept under the rug when it really doesn't deserve to be. It's really quite good.
It's good, and it's dark and gritty and
Hmm.
mysterious, and JJK as an anime is a little bit dark, a little bit gritty, a little bit mysterious, and it does link in quite well in that way. So, like I said before, even though it's not, it's the bottom of the best, really, it's not bad at all. It's a really good song, and if you want to see Bjorvio or I doing a TikTok dance to these songs, just chuck it below. Chuck say Bjorvio, 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 dance, 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 and we
Yeah,
chuck it up
please
there.
reach out to either one of us. I
Yeah,
mean,
or
even
Bjorvio.
if you reach out to him and just put Bjorvio, 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 he'll know what it means. If you reach out to me and say the anime dad, 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 I'll know what it means.
That is
We
good
got
though.
you.
How you said the anime dad so much. No, you're right. There are so many good songs out there. They are beautiful and momentous and wonderful. And music just plays such an incredible role in getting you hyped. Now, I'm not sure if I'm alone in this, but the majority of anime openers, I do not skip. I more skip the closers than
No.
openers. The openers,
I
I let play.
I feel you on that. There's very few that I'm just like, nope, I'm gonna skip this. I don't care. But there are some. There are some. One and the closers sometimes I'll skip. There are some where I don't. Some series I don't skip them at all, just because I enjoy them. And then there's others where I'm like, this is kind of boring. Um, there's some like I think My Hero has some great closers.
Yep. What about the preview? Like, this is what's happening next time. I always skip that.
I always skip it.
Yeah.
I mean, half the time they just spoils the next cool
Yes.
thing that happens. There's some like I feel like JJK where they just are like they give you so many things that it doesn't really make sense what's gonna happen. So that I don't mind. But like My Hero, skip.
Agreed. It just
DBZ, skip.
skip. Oh my
100%.
goodness.
One
Spy.
Piece is for sure skip.
Yeah, Spy Family's pretty good. Spy Family's pretty good.
Yeah, Spy
With
Family does not give you enough to go off of. It's just the same song with random images, and you're like, huh? You feel more confused than anything. So you're like, okay, now I need to watch the next episode to see what all these images mean, which means they did it right.
yes, they did. They did. Even like yeah, last time, the last season 2 episode that we watched, it's like, oh, someone's house is on fire. We thought it was their house that was on fire, but it was someone else's
Yes.
house that was on fire, and we were like, oh my goodness! And then we had to watch the next episode and see what happened. And Bond being
Hmm.
so skinny was so funny as well. um, really good episode. Yeah, but we're going off topic. But yeah, really, really good music, and I'm glad we have a good understanding of, well, similar understanding of music. And to be honest,
Hmm.
do you write music yourself? Do you write any music?
I used to back when because I was huge into like actually like orchestra music and stuff like that in like high school and college. So I did write some music back then. I think my favorite thing I ever did was I was on a team that wrote an orchestral arrangement of "Never Gonna Give You Up" by Rick Astley. That was really really fun.
That's
Um,
awesome.
but yeah, I've written some. Um, I've enjoyed music for as long as I can remember. So, like I just love sitting there and, music doesn't have to have words to be absolutely incredible and to just take your mind to places you never would have explored otherwise, to ignite your heart to or set it ablaze or, music is really, really it's something that I've always been passionate and based off my conversations with you, I know you feel the same.
Completely. Well, I've got a challenge for each of us. We come up with a quick few sentence song on Jujutsu Kaisen. And you can go first.
All right. This is a feel-good anime.
Yeah.
You could watch this with your kids all day. Nobody dies and everything's good. Don't worry, you won't need to put up your hood from crying.
Yes. Very good. All right, I'll be the rapper. In the shadows of Tokyo, where spirits roam, a young exorcist rises in a world unknown. With cursed energy, he fights the darkest tide. Yuji Itadori stands tall, with allies by his side. What's up? Um, I just did ChatGPT write me a song.
Oh my dang, that's so good. Like, oh my gosh. Someone get this man to Sony Music or something. Get it? That's the next Grammy winner right there.
That's awesome. The chorus is Jujutsu Kaisen battles of the soul with sorcery and spirits. They're on a fearless roll. From the Jujutsu tech to the cursed domains, they'll face any danger, break any chains. Not bad.
Yeah, yeah. Now you just got to get to the point you can say that fast.
Yes. um,
I've been work I've been
yeah.
working on a Mirio one that I heard online and dude, there's some solid My Hero raps out there that are just really 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 good.
Yes, there's that one guy who's incredible at it, and
Mm-hmm.
I've added to my list a lot. He's very, very good. Um, okay, we got a bit of an improv scene. What manga are you using today for our improv scene, Bjorvio?
So I'm gonna let you pick this time. I
Got
have
it.
with me Full Metal Alchemist volumes 4, 5, and 6,
Hmm.
or The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess in manga form.
Let's do Legend of Zelda.
All right, let me
Sounded,
see.
I
I will
sounded
be
like
pulling from
Winnie the Pooh.
issue number 5.
Oh, that
Yeah,
he
you
looks
really do.
cool.
Yeah, man, Twilight Princess is my favorite game of all time. So,
Alrighty, well, let's begin. So, for those of you who don't know what's happening, I'm going to just say something. I'm just going to have a conversation with Bjorvio, but he can only say what is on that particular manga that I chose. He opens to a random page and says something from it. And this page is perfect for what I'm about to say. So, Sir Bjorvio, great to see you in the realm of the domain. What's up?
hmm, they say a wolf attacked and injured a girl.
Interesting, interesting. And did you see this happen?
I'm already a goner.
All right, yeah, you didn't really answer my question there, but that's okay. You did well. You're a goner, that's fine. Could you have
Who
saved
are
the
you?
girl? I I am the mayor of this small town of Domain, and I'm just making sure that everything had been done to make sure this girl hadn't been killed by a wolf.
I'll bring you a treasure.
Are you trying to bribe me? Is that what's happening here? You trying to bribe a mayor?
A traitor?
I'm not calling you a traitor. I'm just, I. How big is this treasure? Is it going to be something worth my while?
Do I have any choice but to defend myself?
Okay, now you're threatening me. Sorry, sir. I'm going to have to include someone in this conversation. Um, sister, my sister, her name is Jack. Sup, Jack? Hey,
She
what's your
seems to
name?
be healthy.
She is. She is healthy. Yeah, she is. Hey, what's up? Welcome to Domain. What's your name?
Hmm. What about Princess Zelda?
That seems made up, but that's okay. You've got a lovely name. Sorry about the coughing. I've got someone in my tavern that's coughing away. But um, have you heard of the band Justin Bieber?
Mm. This is so different.
It's different. It's different. I like it though. It's quite different. Hey, sister, you can go away now. All right, I'm leaving you with this guy. Sir, you seem like a good man. Let's have a drink.
Will you be my friend?
I will. I really and truly will be your friend. You seem cool. You seem cool. I don't even care about the wolf eating a person anymore. I just want to get to know you a little bit better.
She's from the Twilight realm.
Oh, interesting. Very interesting. And have you been to that realm?
Mm. I'm strange
Yep,
about the world of light.
I agree. I agree. We're all a little bit strange, aren't we? What do you drink? What do you drink? Let me order something for you. What do you drink?
Never mind me.
True. All right, I'll get my. You know me well. I'll just order two milks and I'll have a double shot of milk at the same time.
That's a that's a different shadow magic.
It is. It is. Well, let's drink the night away. What do you say?
A sword to repel evil.
Very good. That was good. You're good at this. I also like that you go. You sound like him a little bit. You know, it's like a cool. That was very well done, and a few very welcome things that you said. What did you say about my sister? She looks healthy.
She looks healthy. I was like, oh, I have to throw that in as soon as possible.
That was perfect.
And then
Um,
when you were like, oh, what was your name? And I had to be like, this is Princess Zelda.
yes.
I was like, how do I make this work? Oh, that'll work. And
All
then I
right.
flip to the next page and there's just a thing that just says Midna in exclamation marks. I was like, ah, dang it, wrong page.
Midna would have worked, okay. That's very well done. I love that game. Well, could you take us home with because we're talking about JJK, could you take us home with a Sukuna?
Well, we just wanted to say thank you for listening to another amazing episode of the Anime Dudes Dads podcast. Hopefully, you come back next week for a lesser anime, in my opinion. But that's only because I am Ryoman Sukuna. It is not the what I say is not the thoughts, feelings of either one of the people on this podcast. But come back next week for My Hero Academia's rankings. It's going to be amazing. And if you don't, you'll hear these words the next time you're sitting on the toilet. Domain expansion. Malevolent Shrine. Plus Ultra.
Plus Ultra. Very good. Very good.